David Levenson, Café Royal Books, Cocoa Nut Dancers. Number 141 out of 150. I like promoting and talking about Café Royal Books. I especially like talking about David Levenson. He's a great photographer. He's somebody I've known for quite a long time, and I think he needs a bit of extra exposure. I would like to help him get extra exposure. I'll put a link for his website, and you can see some of his work. You can see his portraiture he does, his reportage, his corporate work, his work in education. He's a good all-round photographer. So I like Café Royal, as you may be aware. I've done a few, and I will do more. I'm not sure if you can buy this book anymore. I think it's all sold out. Going by that 141 of 150, I presume it did. David's done a lot of stuff on British culture and pastimes and traditions and all that sort of stuff. And Café Royal's been a really good outlet for British photography in archive, the British Photography Archive, and it's been very good for a lot of photographers to get their work out there, which may be just sitting in a filing cabinet or an online library or on a hard drive somewhere. So I'm going to go through it. I'll let you have a look. I'll put the link to David's website and to Café Royal Books, so you can go out and buy some and check out other work by other photographers as well as David's. So the Britannia Cocoa Nut Dancers, I presume these are sort of like a form of Morris dancer. So there we go, bit of a signed thing off David. And the blackening of the face, I think does that go back to the slavery period of this country? I'm not really sure. I know there's some Morris dancers what blacken off their faces and has something to do with tar or something like that. And I'm not sure whether it's a tradition to do with a black culture within the UK in whatever form, or something even to do with old industry or something. I'm not really sure. Maybe I should have looked it up. Nevertheless, this is an interesting depiction of these guys in a residential backdrop doing their traditional dances in their, to I presume, a band or something, or a sort of set of musicians playing off to the left or the right. Judging by the eyes of these girls, there's obviously something going on here. Nicely captured. I would potentially presume this is on a Canon, but I'm sure it could have been on a Leica as well. I'm sure David shoots on a Leica, or he has shot on a Leica. I wonder when these were. It's all sort of signs. It'd be nice to have a little bit of text in there to see a little bit more of an intro to who and what the Cocoa Nut Dancers are about. I love that. Isn't that a great shot? Beautiful. I love shooting through windows myself. I love the fact that it takes your time to realise that the Cocoa Nut Dancers are there, and some very unimpressed ladies. This is that sort of shot I've seen. He's had this in his portfolio, and I've seen this published elsewhere. Great shot. Nicely done. I love this big double page format. It really gives you a sense of being there. And I know even more so on the LCD, and it looks amazing. There's a slight boost of contrast. I know when you look at this on video, it shows that sort of boost, a little bit of boost of contrast, and it makes the pictures look even better. And that looks amazing. Looking at the screen to the depth on the page, then looking at the same shot on the screen, there's a real separation with the contrast looking through the screen. And I'm sure when you look at, like I've just been saying, when you look on the video, you see there's a sort of sense of depth here, and there is on the shot, and it's a little less emphasized than it is looking through the screen. It's fascinating what the screen is actually doing. It gives that sort of three-dimensional feel to the photograph. I mean, it has got a three-dimensional aspect to it, but just emphasises on it. And then I wonder if it is that sort of contrasty resolution. Great shot. You know, these shots look easy, but they're not. David has to see this, you know. He's looking and searching, and he's looking for opportunities to capture something at a glance. And it's a sort of trained photographer. It takes a trained photographer to do that, and always looking to sort of add something different to the edit, add something different to the structure. So you've got that, and then you've got, I mean, that as well. But you know, that's a great use of frames, great use of thirds, great use of lines and everything. It's a lot of, all the good pictures show great awareness of design elements. That's so good. Again, there's that really emphasis, that separation from the foreground, the midground and the background. It looks amazing. And here is a classic David Levenson signature shot. A little bit of humour with somebody with a fag in his mouth. It looks like Carluccio guy. Anyway, it's a great shot. It's a lovely little footnote, bit of added Levenson humour into his shots, and I love it. I would have liked a little bit of text in there, just to say, you know, maybe here or somewhere there, to sort of say, this is what the Britannia coconut dancers are about, and maybe some date and timepiece on it. But great shots, love it. Thank you, David. Thank you, Café Books, and I put a link for both below.